Hi, my name is Bill Bradley. I'm an extreme endurance athlete, and this is my video newsletter. The topic of today's newsletter is swimming upstream. My buddy Tom came to me. He's a swim commissioner of the South End Rowing Club and a great open water swimmer, and I really respect him. And he told me, I have the perfect training swim for you for the English Channel. It'll help you with the last 5 miles. The last 5 miles of the 21-mile swim from England to France, the English Channel. And the last 5 miles is known to put swimmers on their knees. You're so tired by then and so difficult, and you get hit with this really strong current, really strong tide that you really have to fight through and really dig. You have to really want it. He goes, I got a swim that will train you for you mentally and physically for swimming that last 5 miles. Here's what we're going to do. And we went out, and what the plan was is we would swim a couple miles with the tide in San Francisco Bay. Temperature was about 56, 57 degrees. There was like 14 of us who went out. And we swam with the tide for a couple miles, maybe 2+ miles. And then we made the turnaround. So we went around this buoy down there. It took me about 40 minutes to hit the turnaround. So it was a pretty good tide pushing me. Like I said, 2+ miles or so. And then I made the turnaround. And then it's like, wow. You're just all of a sudden, you're digging and you're barely moving. It's tough on you. Like really mentally tough when you're looking at the shore and you're swimming as hard as you can swim and you're barely moving. I had to kind of try to get my way over near the shore so I would have less tide, less current hitting me. And I kind of started slowly working my way back. It was tough. There was 15 of us doing it, and the other 14 were all in front of me. They're really good swimmers. And I had put in a really tough week this week too, really a lot of swimming. So I knew that this would be a great workout for me for the end of the channel. At least to get me some of the feeling of what it's going to feel like when I get in there and how bad I want it. And Tom says, the main thing you got to do, Bill, you got to keep trying to get to shore. So you feel what it feels like to finish swims and what it feels like to get to shore, so you can visualize what it feels like to get to the shore of the English Channel. So like I said, it took me 40 minutes on the way down. On the way back, I probably got a little too far out there in the middle of that current where I wasn't swimming at all and not moving very fast. And the kayak who's there for safety was telling me, get near shore closer, Bill. And I go, good idea, since I'm not moving at all. And so I got over near shore and I was swimming and I could see I was starting to make more traction. But I will say, by the time I got to the last half hour, my arms were getting really heavy. And it was like Tom said, mentally, I just had to dig in really deep and know that I could put this swim away, and that I was going to feel like I could visualize myself getting to shore and making it into the cove, where our club is at. And anyway, so I dug in, and I finished it, and I came out, and it was a good feeling because now I knew, I had that feeling somewhat what I'll feel like in the channel. So you always want to try to duplicate. This is probably the worst case scenario, or the worst case at the end scenario is a real strong tide. And actually in the channel it goes sideways, and this was into my face, so it's probably maybe even a little worse. Although I haven't experienced that last 4 miles of the channel yet, and I do hear it's a doozy. But anyway, but I think I was getting as close to the experience as I could get for, in SF Bay, in San Francisco Bay. And it was like 57 degrees, 56 degrees, so I definitely had the cold too going. And so anyway, when I walked up on that shore and I visualized it, I tried to feel like what I'd feel like getting up on the English Channel, getting up on the shore of the English Channel. So I'm practicing, I'm trying to break out my swim there, and now I've worked on the end. Well, that's the best part, is the end. I had to, even when I got to shore, I had to do the little victory thing, that's what I'm going to do. And then, I didn't do my big loud yell because I didn't want people to, call the police or anything. Like there's a crazy man on the beach doing this big loud yell, but I will do it in France. Like I said, you'll hear it in the U.S. Anyway, if you're interested You can follow me on Facebook or Twitter. You can email me if you have questions to epicbillbradley@gmail.com. Also, we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube account. The more YouTube subscribers we get, the better we're known to YouTube. We really appreciate it. And if you're interested in getting information on me, talking to your team, your group, your company, your organization, send me an email at epicbillbradley@gmail.com and we will send you some information out. Thank you very much.